Every soul shall taste death. But what truly happens after your last breath leaves your body? What happens when your eyes close forever and your loved ones lower you into the grave? This is the journey every single human being will take, from the moment of death, to the grave, to resurrection, to the day of judgment, and finally, to either paradise or hell. Today, we will walk through what the Qur'an and hadith teach us about life after death. This is not just a story. This is your future. Allah says in the Qur'an, "Every soul shall taste death, and to us you will be returned." Qur'an 29:57. The angel of death, whose name is Azrael, comes at the appointed time. No one can delay it. No one can escape it. For the believer, angels descend with radiant faces, carrying silk and fragrance from paradise. They sit around the person as far as the eye can see. Then the angel of death sits near the head and says gently, "O pure soul, come out to the mercy and pleasure of Allah." The soul leaves the body as smoothly as a drop of water sliding from a jug. The angels wrap the soul in silk, perfumed with musk, and ascend with it through the heavens. The gates of each heaven are opened, and the soul is honored. But for the wicked soul, the angels descend with terrifying faces, dark and harsh. They sit around the person with dread. The angel of death says, "O foul soul, come out to the anger and wrath of your Lord." The soul clings to the body in terror. It is ripped out like thorns tearing through wet wool. The angels wrap it in a foul cloth with a stench worse than decay. As it tries to ascend, the gates of heaven are closed. It is cast back down. This is the first stage of eternity. When the body is buried, the soul remains connected. The Prophet said, "The grave is either a garden from the gardens of paradise or a pit from the pits of hell." Tirmidhi, for the believer, the grave is filled with light. It expands as far as the eye can see. A window to paradise is opened. The person sees their place in Jannah and feels peace. The Prophet said, "When a believer is placed in the grave, a door to paradise is opened for him, and he is clothed from paradise, and a fragrance from paradise reaches him." Ahmad. But for the disbeliever and hypocrite, the grave becomes narrow and crushing. The Prophet described that the grave squeezes until the ribs interlace. A window to hell is opened. The heat, the smoke, and the torment reach them. They are told, "This is your place until the day of resurrection." The grave becomes darkness and punishment until the hour. In the grave, two mighty angels visit every soul. Their names are Munkar and Nakir. They make the person sit up and ask 3 questions. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? The believer answers with confidence, "My Lord is Allah. My religion is Islam. My prophet is Muhammad." The angels reply, "You have spoken the truth." A window to paradise is opened, and the person is told, "This is your home until the day of resurrection." But the hypocrite and disbeliever stumble. They say, "I do not know. I heard people saying things, so I said the same." The angels reply, "You do not know, and you did not seek to know." Then they strike them with a hammer made of iron. The scream is so loud that everything hears it, except humans and jinn. Their grave becomes a prison of torment until the day of judgment. Between death and resurrection lies the world of Barzakh. Allah says, "Behind them is a barrier until the day they are resurrected." Qur'an 23:100. The righteous rest in peace. Their souls are taken to Iliyun, a lofty place near paradise. They meet other believing souls who welcome them like family greeting a loved one after a long journey. They ask, "How is so-and-so? Did they follow us?" If the soul tells good news, they rejoice. If not, they weep, knowing that person has been lost. But the wicked soul is taken to Sijin, a dark and narrow prison beneath the earth. They suffer loneliness, punishment, and regret. This waiting continues until the trumpet is blown. The prophet said, "How can I be at ease when the angel of the trumpet has put the trumpet to his mouth, bent his forehead, waiting to be given permission to blow?" Ahmad. With the first blow, the heavens and earth tremble, mountains crumble, oceans boil, the sky splits, every living being dies. Silence covers the universe. Then, at the second blow, the dead are resurrected. They rise from their graves like swarming locusts. Allah says, "The trumpet will be blown, and suddenly they will be rushing from the graves to their Lord." Qur'an 36:51. Billions upon billions of souls gather, all naked, barefoot, and uncircumcised. Even the mighty kings, warriors, and emperors stand equal to the poorest slave. The day has begun. The sun comes close, only a mile above the heads. People drown in their sweat, according to their deeds. Some up to their ankles, some up to their necks, some completely covered. Terrified, humanity runs to the prophets for help. Adam, Nuh, Ibrahim, Musa, and Isa all say, "Myself, myself." Finally, they come to the Prophet Muhammad. He falls in sujood, praising Allah with words no one has ever said before. Allah says, "O Muhammad, raise your head. Ask and it will be granted. Intercede and your intercession will be accepted." The Prophet intercedes for his ummah. Judgment begins. The scales are set. Every deed is weighed. Allah says, "We will set up the scales of justice for the day of resurrection, so no soul will be wronged in the least." Qur'an 21:47. Books of deeds are opened. The righteous receive their book in the right hand, rejoicing. The wicked receive their book in the left hand or behind their back, in despair. After judgment, humanity must cross the Sirat. It is a bridge stretched over hell, thinner than a hair and sharper than a sword. Beneath it rages the fire of Jahannam. The Prophet said, "People will pass over the Sirat, each according to their deeds. Some will pass like lightning, some like the wind, some like fast horses, and some like walking. Others will crawl, and some will fall into the fire." Muslim. The believers cross with Allah's light guiding them. But the hypocrites are left in darkness, stumbling and falling into the fire. The gates of paradise are opened for the believers. Allah says, "Gardens of perpetual residence, beneath which rivers flow, wherein they will abide forever." Qur'an 4:57. They are welcomed by angels saying, "Peace be upon you, for what you patiently endured. Excellent indeed is the final home." Qur'an 13:24. Rivers of milk, honey, and pure water flow. Palaces of gold and silver shine. Trees bear fruits within reach. There is no death, no hunger, no thirst, no sadness. They will be reunited with family and loved ones. They will laugh, feast, and live forever in joy. And above all, the greatest reward awaits. They will see Allah with their own eyes. The Prophet said, "You will see your Lord as you see the full moon on a clear night." Bukhari and Muslim. This is the ultimate joy. For those who rejected Allah, the gates of hell open. They are dragged in chains, their faces blackened. Allah says, The wrongdoers will be led to hell in groups, until when they reach it, its gates are opened, and its keepers say, "Did messengers not come to you from among yourselves?" Qur'an 39:71. The fire burns them from all sides. Their skins are replaced again and again, so they may taste the punishment. They drink boiling water that tears apart their insides. They eat from the tree of Zaqqum, a fruit more bitter than poison. The angels of hell strike them with hammers of iron. There is no escape, no relief, only eternal regret. This is the journey every one of us will take, from the grave to the questioning, to resurrection, to the Sirat, and finally, to either paradise or hell. The Prophet said, "Be in this world as if you are a stranger or a traveler." Bukhari. This life is nothing but a short stop. The real life begins after death, so prepare before your time comes. For once the angel of death arrives, the test is over, and your eternal home is decided. If this reminder moved your heart, share it with others. Remind your loved ones that this life is temporary, but the hereafter is eternal. Subscribe to Muslim Kingdom for more stories, reminders, and Islamic history. And may Allah grant us all a place in paradise and protect us from the fire. Ameen.